Yo, what is up, guys? It's Aaron here, back with another video, and today I will be doing my playoffs predictions. Starting off in the Eastern Conference, I will have the Broncos at the 7th seed and the Bills at the 2 seed. And for this game, the Bills are going to win. That's pretty obvious. The Bills are going to be one of the Super Bowl contenders this year. They will win probably at least 12 games. And then after that, I got the Raiders at the 6th seed and the Bengals at the 3 seed. For this, I'm actually taking the Raiders for this because, 6th seed usually has pretty good luck against a 3rd seed, and the Raiders are going to have a pretty good team because they did just add Davante Adams to an already team that is a playoff team, whatever I'm trying to say. And they will have a good year. They will probably win about 10 games, and I think they're going to upset the Bengals in the first round. Then after that, I have the Titans at the 4 seed and the Chiefs at the 5 seed. And I have the Chiefs winning this I think they're going to win by a pretty good margin at least. They're going to win by like 10 points at least. And they are going to get rid of the Titans in the first round. Now I'm going over to the first round in the West. I mean the NFC. In number 7, I actually have the Lions. I know it's weird, but I have a lot of faith in the Lions to make the playoffs. I really like the Lions. And I think that they are going to do pretty good this year. They're probably going to get like 8 or 9 wins. I have the Lions at the 7 seed and the Rams at the 2 seed. And I don't think this is tough at all for who I'm going to pick. I'm picking the Rams. The Rams are going to be a Super Bowl contender next year. I don't care what you say. They are going to be a Super Bowl contender. And after that, at the 6th seed, I have the Minnesota Vikings versus the Green Bay Packers at the 3 seed. And I have the Packers winning this, even though the Packers just lost possibly the best wide receiver in the NFL to the Hammer Cooper Cup. They are still a Super Bowl contender because they have the back-to-back MVP and Aaron Rodgers, and he is still an elite quarterback. He's still one of the best players in the NFL. And I think that the Packers will pull off the victory against the Vikings, but it's going to be close. It might come down to like a last-second field goal or a touchdown. Then after that, I have the 49ers at the 5 seed, and I actually have the Washington Commanders winning the NFC East. I mean, they have a very, very good wide receiver in Terry McLaurin. They have a pretty good defense. Well, it wasn't very good last year. But if it's anything like it was 2 years ago, they're gonna have a pretty good defense. And they have that young guy. I forgot his name. His name is like his name's like Chase something. Can't think of his name right now. But I think the 49ers are gonna win that game. The 49ers they're just a good team. They're good. Then I'm going back to the AFC divisional round where I will have the Bills and the Chiefs playing, and it is a rematch of last year's divisional round matchup, and I have the Chiefs winning this matchup again. The Chiefs have who I think is the best player in the NFL. Patrick Mahomes, in my opinion, he's easily the best quarterback right now. He's just better than anyone else, I think. And then, after that, we have the Raiders and the Chargers, and I'm taking the Chargers. The Chargers are my number 1 seed for this year. I think that the Chargers are going to win this one pretty good. Now I'm going over to the divisional round in the NFC. I have the Rams versus the Packers in the first matchup. It might not be the first matchup if it happens, but whatever. But I have the Rams winning this. It hurts to say it because I love Aaron Rodgers. I love the Packers, but I think without Davante Adams, they're going to lose to the Rams. But it's not going to be a blowout. It's going to be a close game. And then after that, I have the 5 seed 49ers versus the 1 seed Bucks. I think that the Bucks are going to be the 1 seed this year. They are going to be a very, very good team. They are going to be a Super Bowl contender, as we'll see later on in this video. And I have the Bucks will beat the 49ers. I think they'll win by. They're going to win by at least 10 points, I think. Then after that, I have going over to the AFC Championship. I have the Chiefs versus the Chargers. It's going to be a AFC West matchup in the AFC Championship, and I think that the Chargers are just going to. I think the Chargers are going to win this one. Okay, they have a pretty solid defense now with Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack, and J.C. Jackson. J.C. Jackson was really, really good last year. Khalil Mack getting kind of old, but he's still good. Joey Bosa is very good too. And the Chiefs have a good team. They have a very, very good offense. Even though they lost Tyreek Hill, they still have a very, very good offense. But I don't think they're going to pull it off against the Chargers. And NFC Championship, Rams versus the Bucks. It's a rematch of last year. Very, very tough to pick who's going to win this matchup, but I think it's going to be the Bucks. I think the Bucks will pull it off. They have the greatest quarterback of all time, and Tom Brady. He is the GOAT. The Rams do have a pretty solid team. They have a very good offense, a pretty good defense, but I don't think it'll be enough to stop Tom Brady and the Bucks, who have some good players on their team. They got Tom Brady. They got a good running back. They got some good receivers, and they're just a good team altogether, and they're making the Super Bowl. Now, here is the Super Bowl: the Chargers versus the Bucks. This is one of the first Super Bowls. If my prediction's right, this will be one of the first Super Bowls since the Patriots and the Eagles, with both 1 seeds in the Super Bowl. That usually does not happen. 1 seed, honestly, usually the 1 seed in one of these conferences goes out, like the first game that they're in, like we saw with the Packers last year. We saw that with the Titans last year also. They also lost their 1 seed matchup last year. We also saw that with the not the Chiefs. Well, last year, 2 years ago, both the 1 seeds made it to at least the AFC championship round. But 2 years ago, the Ravens were looking like the best team in the league. Lamar Jackson was killing it. No one even talks about what he did like 2 years ago anymore, hardly. But he had one of the best seasons I'd ever seen, like ever. He was rushing everywhere. He was a very good thrower. He didn't even hardly throw any interceptions. But he was easily the best player that year. And I thought they were going to make it to the Super Bowl, but they didn't because they lost to the Titans, a pretty big deficit. It was 28-12. It was a loss, and I cannot believe it whenever it happened. Derrick Henry was insane in those playoffs. He upset the Patriots. He upset the Ravens. They nearly upset the Chiefs, but the Chiefs came back to beat them. And I remember that year the Chiefs had like every single game that the Chiefs played in those playoffs, they were down pretty good, like in the first, second, or third quarter. And no one really, I don't really hear about this game anymore. But the Texans versus the Chiefs, that was one of the best comebacks I had ever seen in my life. When the Chiefs were down 24-0 in the first quarter, and then they end up coming back like before halftime. That was insane, and they ended up winning by a blowout too. Then against the Titans, it was like 17-10. And then I remember at the very end of the first half, Patrick Mahomes scores that. It's like 14-17. Patrick Mahomes scores the touchdown. It's like a 30-yard rushing touchdown. It was insane. He broke like 70 tackles on there. I'm obviously joking, but it was a lot. And he was good. And then in the Super Bowl against the 49ers, it was 10-10 going into halftime, and then the 49ers get a 10-point lead. Like 10 minutes left in the game, they pick off Patrick Mahomes. Everyone thinks that it's over, and then Patrick Mahomes throws it like 100 yards or 70 yards to Tyreek Hill on 3rd and 15, I think it was, and they end up winning 31-20. And people Patrick Mahomes got the Super Bowl MVP, but their running back, I forget his name. It's like it's not Damian Harris. It's a freaking Patriots running back. It's I don't remember his name, but he could have won the Super Bowl MVP, but he didn't. But in the Super Bowl have the Chargers and the Bucks, and the Chargers were winning that, I think. Justin Herbert, Super Bowl MVP. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you didn't, then I don't know, just enjoy it. I don't know. And you disagree with my opinions, then you suck. Mine are probably better than yours. Okay, I'll see you later.